Hey everybody, I'm Joey and we're here in Wichita, Kansas to learn how to make some incredibly tasty burgers. So follow me and let's meet America. Today, we're here at Dempsey's Burger Pub, which has been serving up quality burgers since 2008. They're known for adding a modern twist to that classic favorite, the hamburger. We're gonna step inside and meet the owner, Sebastian Gordon, who's gonna share some tips and tricks for making tasty burgers right at home. But that's not all. We're also gonna meet Braden Weens of Weens Wagyu, who's raising quality beef right here in Kansas that's being served right inside. So follow me and let's check it out.
Oh, I've been to Dempsey's countless times. I can't tell you how many. I keep coming back because of the food and the atmosphere. Their food is always top notch.
The beefy flavor was, and I know that their beef is sourced locally, which is a really great plus.
Everything is quality, fresh ingredients, and you just can't go wrong.
Let's start with the patty itself. So we have two patties here.
We've got our basic, which is kind of the run-of-the-mill, the stuff that you're gonna buy most often at the supermarket, which is gonna be our black Angus. Not quite the same quality as you get when you get over to the Wagyu, where you have a higher fat content in the beef itself, and then just overall flavor and care that goes into this one is just a little bit higher than what you're gonna find on your everyday. Not a bad product. Always perfect for any Sunday that you're making a burger, and then you just have that next level when you're ready to kick it up.
Do you suggest an 80-20 blend? Is that kind of, do you suggest something leaner?
The more fat content you have in something, the richer the flavor. For cooking at home, if you go much higher than that, you get a really lean, kind of chewy, more crumbly. Basically, I mean, your fat's gonna be your binder inside of this patty, so it keeps all of that perfect, awesome meat all together.
So when you're making these patties, is there anything added to them? Or is it just beef? Is there any egg, bread, crumbs, anything like that?
Not for us. Since we focus blending quality with speed, with the volume of business that we do, our patties come in pre-pattied, and we just give it a little bit of love with salt and pepper.
So for someone who's out buying beef at the store, you see ground beef, you see ground chuck, you see different labels. What do you recommend for people who are shopping at home?
You do sirloin or Angus or chuck, I mean, all of it, it's gonna be a good thing. If you're making burgers for 30 of your friends, you're probably not gonna buy the most premium product.
Absolutely.
Depends on how much you love your friends. But
depends on how much beer they bring, right?
Exactly, 100%. But for like, when I'm cooking at home for my wife, then I'm always gonna go Wagyu because I'm gonna do my best to make sure that I stay married. So I'm gonna buy the premium and make sure that she's happy.
You know, we've all been to that backyard barbecue where the burgers come off the grill and they look more like footballs or UFOs. So can you tell us a couple tips for building a great burger patty so they don't turn out like that?
Absolutely. So when it's on your grill, if you do just a little bit of punch in there, give it a little bit of love in the middle, it's gonna be able to flatten out a little bit. So without using a press or a weight, that's something that's squeezing all of that fat out, all that flavor that's just draining that burger, you want the most minimal possible. You get that single flip so you can get that nice sear on the outside. Really get the salt and pepper crunched into the outside while keeping your inside that nice red center.
Join us for the Meet America podcast presented by Code 3 Spices as we meet experts and discuss incredible stories, business and life advice, meat, of course, and much, much more. Like a bunch of friends gathered around the grill, the meat brings us together, but the conversation will head in exciting directions. Are you ready for an adventure? Follow along every week as we meet America. Today, we have the rancher who raises this Wagyu beef right here in the restaurant to tell us a little bit more about it. Braden, what's going on, man?
Hey, not much. So Wagyu is a breed of cattle that we raise on our ranch. The amount of oleic acid in our Wagyu is really what gives it that big, beefy, bold flavor. And that's really the first thing you're gonna notice here at Dempsey's when you take a big bite of their Wagyu burgers, is that it's gonna hit you right away with that big beefy flavor. And the fat's different in Wagyu. It melts quicker. When you bite a Wagyu burger, it's gonna coat your mouth. It's gonna be a juicy burger. There's no doubt about it.
Absolutely. Very rich, very bold, beefy flavor. As you mentioned, the fat is where it's at and really helps turn up the tasty with every single bite.
Yeah, you bet. So we raise the cattle from, as they're babies, we calve them out and we raise them. We butcher about 30 months of age, so that's a pretty long, but it's kind of a Japanese style doing it to get that marbling and it develops flavor. They're all 100% DNA verified Wagyu, and it's super high marbling. That's the key.
So if you at home are looking to make incredible Wagyu beef yourself, well, you can always stroll right into Dempsey's, or you can order online from Ween's Wagyu by using our code MA for Meat America, MA, and that will save you 10% on your first order. Go check them out. All right, man, so while this burger is cooking, we noticed that you use a griddle here. What kind of tips or tricks can you share for our audience who's making these burgers right at home? What should they use if they don't have this?
What we shoot for, since we use the flat top, I like a nice sear on the burger patty, like crystallize that salt and pepper into that crust of the burger while keeping it like nice and pink and juicy in the middle. If you don't have that, I mean, a grill at home is always gonna be a good thing. I use propane, I use charcoal, but my favorite thing is always to go with a cast iron.
Absolutely.
So you can still get that nice sear, whether you have a flat top at home or a griddle or anything like that. I mean, it doesn't matter. To get that flat surface that's seasoned and nice and hot, perfect sear every time. For me at home, I'm shooting for a nice medium. I mean, I'll heat that thing up. It'll be about 350. Sitting 325, 350, depending on how fast I'm trying to go with this. As soon as you get it hot enough, once you throw your butter or oil or anything in there, once you see it starting to bubble a little bit, get a little bit of smoke coming off of it, if you're using olive oil, then you're just gonna, it's gonna be that perfect sear every time.
Beautiful. All right, well, burger's almost ready and I am excited to dig in. That looks absolutely incredible. Turns out a mushroom Swiss is one of my favorite types of burgers. Let's check it out. Wow, you can really taste the rich, beefy flavor of that Wagyu beef combined with the texture from that pretzel bun. Man, this is a fastball down the middle right here. You got the flavors coming out from those mushrooms. You can really get an essence of the Italian flavors that are in there, man. Killer job. All right, brother, we just finished a BMS burger. What's next?
We're gonna work two of our other signature burgers, the Hot Hawaiian and the Bourbon Apple Brie, both made with our Ween's Wagyu beef. The Hot Hawaiian's topped with sriracha aioli, bib lettuce, a pineapple jalapeno chutney, and bacon. Wow. And that's gonna come on a pretzel bun. And then our Bourbon Apple Brie is gonna be that Wagyu beef with garlic aioli, brie cheese, bourbon candied apples, bacon, and local microgreens.
Woo! Show us how it's done. All right, man, before I get started on these burgers, tell me about these fries. These look absolutely outrageous.
Hand cut here in house, and then tossed in a little bit of truffle oil, Parmesan cheese, salt, and parsley. Personal favorites.
That is top shelf right there. Next up, right here, which burger is this?
My absolute favorite burger on the menu, our Hot Hawaiian Kobe.
No cheese though, that's kind of different from
No
burger.
cheese.
All right, let's give it a shot.
This one kind of covers the spectrum. It's sweet, spicy, savory, all in one.
And you feel that coming through. I mean, the first thing that hits me is a little bit of that sweetness from the pineapple. Next level, totally incredible. Then you get that little bit of spice kind of sneaks up on you, but not in a way that's like a kick to the shins, man. It really complements the flavor of what's going on with the burger. You got the texture happening from the pretzel bun, and the bacon just adds to that. Wow, man, that's sorcery right there. That's fantastic.
So this one's gonna be our Bourbon Apple Brie. It's that garlic aioli, bourbon candied apples, creamy brie cheese, local microgreens, and then a little bit of bacon.
Right
so
on.
this is gonna come on our brioche bun, and this one we tried to go for more creamy, savory, and sweet.
Look at this. This looks really unique. Look at those apples on there. You can see the brie melted through, the fresh greens that Sebastian talked about, all served and complemented with a Wagyu beef burger. First thing that hits you there is the apples. Not quite as sweet as the pineapple. The sweetness, it's a really balanced flavor. Even though there's whiskey in it, you really don't get a strong whiskey flavor shining through. And those fresh greens really turn up the freshness of the burger overall. You absolutely killed it. We're gonna need to get this man a tall pointy hat and a staff. That's wizardry. Nice work, man.
Appreciate it.
If you've never had an incredible Wagyu burger and you find yourself in Wichita one day, come on into Dempsey's and check them out. If you want to make a Dempsey's burger right at home, just follow these simple steps. Begin with quality meat. Use either Black Angus or Wagyu ground beef. Use beef with an 80-20 ratio of lean meat to fat. And remember, the more the fat content, the richer the burger. Once you have your patty formed, use either your thumb or fingers to make an indent in the middle of the burger to keep a flat shape throughout the cooking process. Next, season the burger with salt and pepper. Use a flat surface such as a griddle or cast iron skillet and heat it to 325 to 350 degrees Fahrenheit to create a great sear. Once heated, add olive oil to the cooking surface and throw the burger down. Flip the hamburger only once to promote even cooking on both sides. And finally, use high quality ingredients and different textures to create a truly next level burger. And today's tip for turning up the tasty, remember, do not use a press or weight while cooking, which will squeeze all the fat out of the burger. Keeping the fat in will result in a more flavorful and juicy hamburger. Thanks so much for tuning in today, and we would love to hear from you. Where should we travel next? Let us know in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, you know the drill. Go ahead and hit that big thumbs up, like button, or even better, subscribe to our channel so you can continue to follow our adventures as we eat America.